Hi guys, in today's video we are going to go over a very simple make.com automation that will allow you to create automated reports for your Google Ads campaigns, and this way you will save time and manual work copy pasting metrics and campaign performance from your Google Ads account to a spreadsheet. And if you're doing campaign management for a lot of clients, you know that at the end of the month, most of them want a report on how their campaigns perform, and this can be a really daunting task that takes time and is actually very easy to automate, and you don't need to do it by hand every month. So here's how we do it. In make.com, just make sure you've created a connection between your Google Ads account and your Google Sheets accounts. If you haven't done this already, go and check our videos where we show how you connect these platforms to make.com. So the first thing I've done here is I've prepared a very simple spreadsheet with the basic metrics that clients usually are interested in. So we have campaign name. Okay, let's just fix this typo. So campaign name, campaign ID, cost per click, click-through rate, clicks, conversion value, cost per conversion, and the return on ad spend. So this is the first thing you gotta do. Prepare a simple or not so simple spreadsheet depending on what your client is interested in, what metrics do they want to see each month. And once we've done that, we can actually go to make.com and prepare the scenario. So the first thing we need is a Google Ads module that will pull data from the correct Google Ads account and send it here in Make. So Google Ads, and here we choose Google Ads reports. And for this example, I will use this module, run a custom report, because I want to pull very specific metrics for a very specific time frame, which is usually last month. So, or to put it clearer, the month preceding the current month. I usually run these automations on the first or second every month, pulling data from the previous month. So in the beginning of September, I'm creating the reports for August and so on. So run a custom report, and here you have to select the your connection and your account ID. If you manage more than one accounts, you will see lots of them right here. So just pick the one that you need. And here in the query section, you have to define what metrics and information do you want to pull from your Google Ads account. So here, as I already showed you in my Google Sheet, I want to pull campaign name, campaign ID, cost, CPC, CTR, clicks, conversion value, cost per conversion, and ROAS. So I've prepared a simple query here that goes like this. You can copy paste it. You can create your own if you need other metrics. Yeah, let's keep it simple here. So here is campaign ID. I've defined all my metrics except for ROAS, which is conversion value divided by the total cost. We will calculate this manually inside make.com because we can't pull this metric directly via a query. So I want to pull data only for campaigns that are enabled, and I want to pull data only for the last month, and I also want to pull data only for campaigns that actually had delivery. because you know that you can have a active campaign and still has still has 0 impressions. So I want to make sure that I only get information from campaigns that actually had some delivery. So we paste our query here and write down in the limit section, if you have more than 1 active campaigns in this current account, you can set a limit. So for example, if you have 5, 10, 11, 100 campaigns, you can set a limit of how much campaigns you can pull in one go. In my case, the ad account I'm using for this example has only 1 active campaign, so a limit of 10 is more than enough. Okay, and now let's click run once and see what do we have. So here in the output section, I can already see the name of the campaign ID, clicks, conversion value, and everything else that that I specified in my query. So couple of things here. We need to do some formatting because, as you can see, cost per conversion and CTR and CPC are a bit strange, so we need to do some formatting before we send this data into the Google Sheet account. So what we do here, we need to add a set multiple variables module that will allow us to convert these metrics into something that makes sense. So conversion, what was that? So cost, we need to define cost. We need to format also cost per conversion. We need to format also metrics average CPC. Okay, so let's add another one and give it a name average CPC. Good. And now the formatting, we can use a very simple formula here inside make, which is format number, and here you just drag and drop your cost metric that comes from your Google Ads account. Then we need to define the decimal points. I prefer 2. If you want more, you can type whatever you need here. Then the decimal separator is going to be a dot in my case, and I don't want 1,000 separator, so I'll just leave it like this. The same formula is what we are going to use for cost per conversion. So again, format date. Here's an explanation box how this formula works. First we define the number, then decimal points, decimal separator, and 1,000 separator. So what was that? Cost per conversion. So we can just cost per conversion, here it is. Make sure there are no extra spaces here. Again, decimal points, I want only 2. My 1,000 separator is going to be a dot, and I don't want sorry, my decimal separator is going to be 2, and I don't want 1,000 separator. And of course the same goes for average CPC. So format, just make sure you you type / before that, so you can pull the formula, format number, average CPC, again 2 decimal points, decimal separator is a dot, and we don't want a 1000 separator. So now what, this is going to work, but we need to actually, let me show you. We need to divide these numbers by 1 million to get the metrics correct. It's just the way Google Ads formats them. We need to do a bit of manual work, but trust me, it's very simple and it works flawlessly once it's set up. So we need to find the division operator here, drag and drop it, get rid of the extra space, and just type 1 million. The same goes for the other metrics as well. So here we divide by 1 million, and the same goes for average CPC. So again, the division operator, and we manually type 1 million. Cool. Now when you click save, save your scenario, run your reports again, and let's see what we have here. Now it looks much more readable and easy to understand what's going on. So, great. From now on, we can go and safely store our variables into the Google Sheet. But first, as I mentioned, we need to calculate our return on ad spend. So here we can actually go and use this module and add another variable, which is going to be return on ad spend. And here we need to divide conversion value by the cost per the actual ad spend, which is cost in our case. So how do we do that? Conversion value divided by the actual ad spend. So just get rid of any extra spaces. We need brackets here. So drag and drop. Again, make sure there are no extra spaces. And here we need the cost and we need to divide the cost in by a million because it's in micros. So here we just type 1 million. Great. And now it should work. Let's click save, run once and check. So great, we have our cost. This is the ad spend for the previous month. This is our cost per conversion, average CPC, and return on ad spend. Now, since my account, my Google Ads account has only one active campaign, I don't need an iterator here. But if you have multiple campaigns running in a single ad account, you can add an iterator here. That's gonna do your calculations for every campaign that it's pulled here in the first module. So you just select iterator, and here you can safely select campaign ID. And this way, even if you have 1,000 campaigns here, it will iterate over each and every one of them and store your variables and then store your actual metrics in your Google Sheets. So finally, and this is how our automation ends, is let's add our final module, which is going to be add a row, and here let's just copy paste our spreadsheet ID, which is present in the URL. And now we need to select our sheet. In our case, it's only one sheet, so nothing special. And final step is to map our metrics. So campaign name, we already have it here. Campaign ID comes from the Google Ads module. Cost is from our set multiple variables module. CPC, also click-through rate, comes from here. Clicks, oops, conversion value, here it is, cost per conversion, and finally our return on ad spend. So click save. I'll get rid of the iterator here because I don't need it. I have only one campaign. And one thing finally. So here we don't all data in a raw format, so click save. So I just realized that CTR has to be formatted as well, because it's not coming the way I want it. You can see right here that it's also weirdly formatted, and we want this a bit more easier to read. So the way we do that is right here in this module we can add another variable that's gonna be our format as CTR, and again we use our favorite format number formula like this, and this time we have to multiply by 100 to get the metrics right. So we need our multiplier. Again, get rid of the extra spaces, multiply by 100, 2 decimal points, a dot, and no need for 1,000 separator. And then we click save. And lastly, we want to remap our click-through rate in our Google Sheets. Don't use the stock that comes from the Google Ads module. We are going to use this one that, as you can already see, is much more easy to read. So again, save your scenario and run. And this time we should actually see here everything the way it's supposed to look. So that's the way you do it. If you want to run this automation regularly, you can do it on a daily basis or once a month. It's basically up to you. So in my case, I will leave it on the first every month and leave it as active. That's the way you automate your Google Ads reports. I hope this video helps. Thanks a lot.